Good afternoon and welcome to the annual general meeting of shareholders of Boardwalktech Software Corp. My name is Andrew Duncan. I am a director and the chief executive officer of Boardwalktech Software Corp, and I will act as the chairman of the meeting today. Before we begin the formal business of the meeting, I would like to thank you for joining us today and take a moment to make introductions. With me today is Steve Bennett, Director and Chief Financial Officer of the corporation. Steve will also act as the secretary for today's meeting. We're also joined by Ryan Fremantle, who is with Sophic Capital, our investor relations firm, and also Stacy DeCampo of Odyssey Trust, who will be acting as the scrutineer. To make the best use of our time, certain shareholders have been asked to move the resolutions which we will consider and which are set out in the notice of meeting. Questions that relate to the specific business for which the meeting was called, as outlined in the Management Information Circular, which was distributed to the shareholders with the notice of meeting, should be asked at the time that the business is before the meeting. Other questions that relate to the overall business of the corporation may be asked during the question period that will follow the termination of the meeting. I now call the meeting to order. I have appointed Stacy DeCampo of Odyssey Trust Company, the corporation's registrar and transfer agent, to act as scrutineer for this meeting. The notice calling this meeting and access instructions for the accompanying material have been mailed to all shareholders of the corporation, all directors, and the auditor of the corporation. Additional copies of the material are available at this meeting, and the secretary of the meeting has provided me with proof of service of such mailing. Accordingly, I will not read the notice or materials. Prior to the commencement of the meeting, the scrutineer reported that on the basis of the registration of shareholders this morning and the proxy submitted, a quorum is present at the meeting. I have asked the scrutineer to deliver their formal report on attendance to the secretary as soon as it is available. As notice has been mailed and a quorum is present, I declare that this meeting is duly constituted for the transaction of business. The purpose of this meeting is to deal with the matters set out in the notice of this meeting. Each shareholder of the corporation is entitled to one vote for each share held. In order to expedite the voting on the matters before this meeting, I propose to conduct the voting on all matters by a show of hands, where each person present and entitled to vote will have one vote, unless a shareholder demands that a ballot be conducted on any resolution either before or after any of the vote or a show of hands. The first item of business is the presentation of the financial statements of Boardwalktech Software Corp. For the fiscal year end March 31, 2025, together with the auditor's report thereon. Copies of the foregoing are available for inspection at this meeting. I propose to dispense with the reading of such statements and the report. While shareholders are not required to approve these financial statements, the financial statements and the report of the auditor are available from the secretary for inspection by any shareholder. We would be pleased to deal with any relevant questions concerning the statements during the general question period, which will follow the formal business of the meeting. The next item of business is the election of directors. I now declare the meeting open for nominations for the election of directors to hold office for the ensuing year or until their successors are elected or appointed. I will now nominate the persons listed in the Management Information Circular for election as directors for the coming year, each of whom has agreed to serve as a director elected. I nominate Andrew Duncan, Ravi Ganesh Krishnan, Drew Freeman, and Steve Bennett for election as directors of the corporation for the ensuing year or until their successors are elected or appointed. May I have a second?
I second.
Thank you very much. I therefore declare that the nominations are closed. I will now move the confirming resolution. Resolved that all nominees are hereby elected as directors of the corporation for the ensuing year or until their successors are elected or appointed. May I have that resolution seconded?
I second.
The motion passes. All in favor of the resolution, please signify by raising your hand or stating aye. Any opposed? The resolution passes. I declare those nominated to have been elected as directors of the corporation for the ensuing year or until their successors are elected or appointed. Next item of business is the appointment of auditors. For the current fiscal year, for the current year, I will now move for the appointment of auditors for the current year. Resolved that MNP LLP, Chartered Professional Accountants, are hereby appointed auditors of the corporation to hold the office until the close of next annual meeting of shareholders or until their successors are appointed and the board of directors is authorized to fix their remuneration. May I have this resolution seconded?
I second the resolution.
Okay. All of those in favor of the resolution, please signify by raising your hands or saying aye. Any opposed? The resolution passes. Next item of business is the equity incentive plan. The next item of business is to consider and if thought fit to pass a resolution in the form included in the management information circular approving the amendment and restated omnibus equity incentive plan for the corporation, including certain amendments thereto as described in the management information circular. A copy of the form of resolution to approve the amendment and restated omnibus equity incentive plan was included in the management proxy circular and is also available for inspection at the meeting. Are there any questions regarding this matter? As there are no questions, may I move that the amendment be restated omnibus equity incentive plan of the corporation be approved? May I have a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Thank you very much. All of those in favor, please signify by raising your hands or by stating aye. Any opposed? I declare that the resolution has carried. Further business and termination. Is there any further business? Please either state so or post a question. As there is no further business to be brought before the meeting, I wish to thank all of you for taking the time to attend, and I move that the meeting be terminated. May I have the motion seconded?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
All of those in favor of the motion, please signify by raising your hands or stating aye. Any opposed? Okay, I declare that the motion carried and the meeting is terminated. Stacy?
Yes, hello. I'll have the final scrutineer's report sent to you shortly.
Okay. Good. Okay.